Welcome to St. Louis and Busch Stadium, home of the Cardinals since 2006. The show presents the National League Division Series. It's the Arizona Diamondbacks taking on the St. Louis Cardinals. Wilson Contreras now up to the plate. 0 for 2 in this one. Falk throws over. Wynn back in on a dive. Swing and a high fly ball in the air left field. Gurriel has it sized up. Puts it away for the out.
Just pulled off of it a little bit right there. That front shoulder coming open instead of staying closed. If he does that, he's going to be able to go up the middle the other way with some authority instead of a fly out to left.
Out to center. McCarthy settles under it. He's got it. And there's 2 down. So now it's Nolan Arenado. Runner on the go. Pitching for a strike. Throw, save. That's a stolen base.
Well, that steal right there is wanting to take advantage of having a really good hitter at the plate. Now they've got a much better shot at bringing home a 2-out RBI.
Kicks and fires. On the ground. On to first. And they get Arenado for the out. All set for the start of the inning. And now it's Josh Naylor. Fetty back to work. And that is out of play.
Well, these Diamondbacks need to bring up the quality of their bats and specifically their swings. They're trying to find ways to drive the ball with some authority, but it's just not happening for them so far. 0 extra base hits in the game, so it's been tough for them to get anything going.
Got him. Picks up strikeout number 7.
Well, he made pretty quick work of him right there. You look at the sequence, everything down at the knees and below. And some guys are good low ball hitters, but right there, they clearly had a plan to pound that part of the zone, and he wasn't able to put up much of a fight.
Carroll, batting with 1 down, takes a strike. Breaking ball misses down and away.
1 strike.
Pitches in there. 1 and 2. Bases empty, 1 away here in game 2 of the NLDS. Just missing there. And the count is even 2 and 2. Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row.
We're going to take a look at the pitch sequence of that at bat, and the thing to notice are the pitch locations. Every single one of them on the edges of the strike zone. And as a hitter, that can be pretty frustrating because you don't expect the pitcher to be able to make quality pitches one after another like that. And so those are tough spots to do damage, and a great demonstration of pitch command, and it got him a punch out that time.
Next offering is down low. 2 down, nobody on. Here in the late stages of game 2. Fans another, and that's 3 straight strikeouts. Welcome back. Taking a look at our game summary.
The right fielder, Alex Burleson.
That one is absolutely belted. And one hops off the wall. Should be extra bases. In safely with a leadoff double. Go-ahead runs in scoring position.
All over that one right there. Loud contact leads to the double. I mean, you could tell it had extra bases written all over it as it jumped off of his stick. Really important at bat coming up now.
Walker, the next to hit, takes ball 1. That's towards center. McCarthy settles under it. Squeezes it. Runner tags at second. And he's in safely at third with 1 out. Here's the catcher, Ivan Herrera. Yeah, that's fouled off.
In the infield at the corners, don't be surprised to see them come home first and prevent that run from scoring.
Line drive, base hit. In comes the runner from third. It's an RBI single, and they take the lead in the seventh. So here's Robert now, 1 for 2. Hammered on a line to the left, base hit. Lead runner holds at second base. First and second with one down.
2 consecutive base hits for this team. Just a solid swing right there. Caught it out front and ripped it into the outfield for the base hit. Those always feel great.
And the batter now, Lars Nootbaar. That one ripped. He's got it, and there's 2 away.
Man, that could have been a big swing in this game. Just unlucky at a really unfortunate time right there.
Mason Wynn next up for the Cardinals. Off the mark there. Ball 1. Ripped to third, but handled, and that'll end the inning. But they pick up 1 run on the RBI single. Now 1-0. This is the National League Division Series on the show. And that's off the inside edge. 1-0. It looks like the weather could actually play a factor in this one. It's coming down pretty good.
Yeah, it is, and it's not too bad yet, but the field's not going to be able to hold up if the rain gets any worse than this. So keep an eye on the pitcher's mound as well, and the rest of the infield start to puddle up a little bit.
The other way, puts it away for the out. Here's Lourdes Gurriel Jr. Corner infielders guarding the lines, trying to prevent extra bases. That one finds the corner, and that's strike 1. It really feels like we might be running out of time before a rain delay is called. This rain is not letting up.
Yeah, and if we do get a delay, the unfortunate thing is the clock's going to start ticking on these pitchers.
Got him looking. That's a strikeout. And next is the Diamondbacks DH, Pavin Smith. And a foul ball. Holding on to a 1-run lead, and we're in the top of the 8th. The next offering misses, and 1-1. Looking to get the tying run on base. Fights it off, he'll see another. That just misses. Ball 2. Swing and a ground ball, and that one gets through into center field. And that keeps the inning going. Here's the center fielder, Jake McCarthy. That one's in there. 0-1.
Well, in this situation, the hitter knows that he's got to find a pitch that he can drive in order to drive in that tying run all the way from first base. So if he can't do that, keep the line moving. You'll walk or just a base hit, but you've got to stay within yourself.
Swing and a miss, and he got him. And he keeps putting up the back now, new pitcher on the mound as we roll into the bottom of the 8th, Justin Martinez.
Pretty tight game, so they're looking for quality pitches out of him right here. Got to do his best to keep the score right where it is.
Over to first, and that's 1 away as the leadoff man is out in the 8th. Here's Nolan Gorman, 1 for 3. Ball 1, no strikes. The Diamondbacks with some movement in the pen. Joe Mantiply, the southpaw, is throwing and getting that sinker dialed in. Thompson also getting ready. That misses, and the count is 2-0.
Good slider down and in can be so hard to get on plane with. You're better off taking that pitch.
And that one fouled off. 1 out, base is empty. Swung on, belted. McCarthy going back. Onto the track, and he makes the catch.
Now batting, third base.
2 down, base is empty. And up next for St. Louis, Nolan Arenado. 0 for 3. A fly out, a ground out, and a strikeout. And that one is lifted in the air. And that is that. here at Busch Stadium. All set to Ryan Helsley comes out trying to close it out.
These are the spots relievers really make a name for themselves. Late and close. There's not much margin for error, but at the same time, there's a reason they're put in these situations.
Next pitch is downstairs.
Man, oh man, I don't know how you take that pitch. That's as close as it gets.
Fights that one away, still 1-2. Gets a piece there, we'll do it again.
Well, he's desperately looking for that swing and miss. He's going to have to just change speeds a little bit, try to move it around, create just a little bit of illusion at the end.
Hit hard on the ground is short. And the leadoff man retired here in the ninth.
That play won't be trending on social media later on, but it's still important to execute it to perfection. This game is a lot harder than it looks, partner.
Marte in the box now, takes strike one. Up and in, 1-1. Swing and a foul back, and that's out of play. Trying to close out a one-run lead here in Game 2 of the NLDS. There, sets him down on strikes. And Arizona with just one outlet. Here's Josh Naylor. That one in triple digits.
Well, so many hard-throwing relievers in the game these days. You would think that hitters have made the adjustment, but I don't know if you ever get used to it. Just pumping gas out of the bullpen. So hard to play catch-up.
Next offering upstairs. This could end it. And a swing and a miss, and that is the ball game. So the St. Louis Cardinals carry their momentum over from Game 1 to take a 2-0 lead in this division series.
They're knocking on the door of the LCS now, and I don't think they'll be doing a lot of tinkering before Game 3, the way things have been going.
Across the diamond, though, we may see a lot of changes to the lineup card as they face elimination in Game 3.
Yeah, they have to do something to shake things up, Boog, that's for sure.
One down. Now up next for Arizona, Jake Runner takes off, and that one fouled off. Right through there for a strike.
Well, this team was shut out in the previous game, and I'm really interested to see what do they talk about in that hitters meeting that's going to translate into the game and help them get on that scoreboard.
Got him swinging. And that's 6 Ks for him in this one.
Got away with that curveball, no doubt about it. It passed right through the heart of the strike zone, and he just couldn't get the bat on it. When you strike out on one like that, that's when you start having conversations with yourself, and they're not usually very friendly.
On the ground to the left, and it goes just foul. Popped up. Gorman makes the grab, and that's the inning. One left for Arizona. Welcome back. Quite the pitcher's duel so far. Here's how the starters have performed up to this point. Burns back to work. That one missed.
That's off the plate.
The part about Burns' journey that's so interesting, former 4th-round pick out of St. Mary's, where he pitched alongside Tony Gonsolin. That one down the line, and that's just foul. But you go back and look at Corbin Burns in 2019. He threw 49 innings and had an 8.82 ERA. Hard hit left side. Whips it to first. That's the first out at the top of the 7th. Digging in, Jordan Walker, 1 for 2. That one's in there, and it's 0-1. The main adjustment that Corbin Burns made was that he got rid of his four-seam fastball and really leaned on the cutter. That is his signature pitch. And now today, he is a cutter, sinker guy, and the four-seamer really doesn't make much of an That one misses, and a count 2-1.
Good spot there, but didn't get the strike at the knees, and doesn't seem too convinced by the call out there on the mound as he tries to get a better sense of the umpire strike zone.
Hit pretty well in the air out to center. McCarthy trying to get there. That's out number 2. And now it's Ivan Herrera. There's a swing and a drive. That one hops against the fence. And that's a 2-out double.
First pitch swinging, went up there with a plan to be aggressive. I love the approach he had right there with that pitch. Not trying to do too much, but still looking to drive it, and that's exactly what he's able to do into the opposite field gap for the double.
Luis Robert now. That's out to center field. McCarthy settles under it. He's there. He's got it. And that is that. Swing and a ground ball down the line, and it's foul. Looking to get the tying run on base. Got him! Make it 7 strikeouts for him. A big first out here in the 7th via the punch-out.
Yeah, it just does so much to change the outlook of an important inning like this. When you got the leadoff hitter, so critical in setting the table when you got a tight game like this. So a strikeout really puts them on their heels. It's never fun going back to the dugout after hitting a line drive that finds a glove, but you will get some high fives. You know, when you make great contact, you feel like you've done everything right. But in this game of baseball, not everything is in your control.
And a pitch. Just misses. Gonna count 1-2. And a ground ball to first. Lays out, but he can't squeeze it. No play. That's an infield single. Eugenio Suarez up to the plate now. First pitch, and he just misses.
That's a big run over there at first base. He's got some speed. Let's see if they send it.
There's a strike. And a swing and a miss there. With the tying run on at first here in Game 3 of the NLDS. Fouls it off, still 1-2. And a swing and a miss. And he's up to 8 strikeouts. Welcome back, and a new arm on the mound to start the 8th. Justin Martinez.
Just trying to keep this one close here, and this is where a bullpen can give their players a chance to fight back into the game.
Toss to Naylor, and a quick out, number 1.
That's what a good sinker's designed to do. Get a guy to roll up a little bit, hit the ball on the ground, kill some worms while you're at it.
Now up for St. Louis, Mason Wynn, 1 for 3. Swing and a miss, and he was fooled. Movement in the bullpen. Joe Mantiply getting loose out there. Thompson also throwing. Line drive and a base hit.
Nice line drive to the pull side right there, but he didn't spin off of it. That's the key. You still have to extend through the baseball in order to hit a line drive like that. And now they've got some speed on first, so we'll see if they try to get him into motion.
Here comes Wilson Contreras. Base hit. They get it in quickly, so first and second now 1 out. Well, maybe that will end up getting him going.
Yeah, he really simplified there, kept his shoulders square to the plate and wasn't trying to overswing. I think that's the key for him to have success through the rest of this series.
And they got him. Up the middle, Marte. They get the force, 3rd out. Bottom of the inning, and here's the catcher, Adrian Del Castillo. fought off foul. Close, but called a ball. And that is ball one. Swing and a miss as he was late.
So impressive how the velo is still there even this deep into the outing.
And that's off the outside edge. It's 2-2. In the air to left down the line. Nobody can get there, and it's a foul ball. And that one lifted in the air, center field. Brings it in. One up, one down. Here's Gurriel. And that's in for a strike. 0-1.
Some hitters are just more confident if they can track that first pitch out of the hand of the pitcher. They don't care if they fall behind 0-1.
Swings and hits one in the air out towards right field. And it's caught for the out. So next is the designated hitter for the D-backs, Pavin Smith. And immediately pumps in a strike to the left-handed hitter. 0-1. Foul ball there. Cut on and missed, and it's a strikeout, and that is the inning. And we're back. Here's Nolan Arenado.
Leading off for the Cardinals, the third baseman, Nolan Arenado.
That one fouled off. So a man at first. Now it's the right fielder, Alec Burleson. Over 3 with 3 groundouts.
Number 13, Michael Hellman.
Martinez checks the runner, and he's back in safely. First pitch doesn't find the zone. Ground ball could be 2. Steps on the bag for 1. On a nailer. He got 2.
They made that double play look so easy, but it was far from routine. That's the one thing about big leaguers. They make tough plays look simple.
Jordan Walker digs in now. Next offering popped in the air. Right field. Makes the grab, and that'll end the inning. So bottom of the 9th, and now the center fielder, Jake McCarthy. So they turn to their closer, Ryan Helsley.
And I can't imagine any save is an easy one. You're holding a small lead on the scoreboard, and you know those hitters are going to give you the best at-bats they can. So it's always high stress. Let's see what he's got here to try and close it out.
Oh, he doesn't get the call. And the count 1-2.
It's good speed at the top of the order here. You want to get it off.
He goes down looking. So up next, Geraldo Perdomo. And a strike right through there. That one at triple digits. And that's a little bit high. 1 ball, 1 strike. Late swing, foul to the left.
Really going after him here. All fastballs to get ahead in the count.
Right side, Gorman. And they're down to their last out.
Well, there's a lot riding on that at bat right there. Nice job of the pitcher to bear down, make the pitch, get the ground ball. Excellent piece of work.
That misses, and that's ball 1.
Wow, triple digits on the gun. I know there are more pitchers that can reach that now than in the past, but it's still impressive to watch.
Check swing, and he went. That's strike 2. A 1-run lead here in the late stages of Game 3. And that's it. They're moving on to the National League Championship Series. So the St. Louis Cardinals are on their way to the League Championship Series, Singy.
And they did it in the most dominant way possible. And they're heading into the next round full of confidence, showing they're a force to be reckoned with here in October.
But you've got to feel for a team that's been all year battling for a spot in the postseason, only to see it come to an end in a first-round sweep.
Yeah, things happen at high speed at this stage of the year, Boog. I mean, a series can get away from you in a hurry, and that was really the case for them in this one.